Remember all those annoying things you hate about Disney and Star Wars? Well, buckle up, man babies, because you're getting even more. That's right, more. So keep crying, manlet, because Kathleen Kennedy will be personally showing up to your doorstep in the middle of the night to force open your eye sacs to fill it up with more corporately mandated garbage designed by a committee. Even though you pretty much gave up on the franchise years ago.
Yes, yes.
Remember that trilogy of books called Jedi Academy that Kathleen Kennedy said it didn't exist because they didn't have any source material, comic books, or 800-page novels? So they went and had to go make up their own shit? Well, be excited, fanboy, because you're finally getting that 800-page novel that totally doesn't exist because Kathleen Kennedy said so. But this time, you're getting Rey instead of Luke Skywalker. Because who needs an old white dude anyway when you can have everyone's favorite least liked character from the sequel trilogy that smothered the once profitable franchise while it was taking a nap in the woods. Directed by Charmaine Obaid-Chinoy, the Academy Award-winning and Emmy Award-winning director behind Miss Marvel. Also, she's that woman who likes to make men feel uncomfortable.
I like to make men uncomfortable.
Do you know what they call a guy who likes to make women feel uncomfortable? A creep. That's right, a creep. I guarantee you'll be loving this new movie with renewed disinterest.
Yes, yes.
Because why give the people what they want when you can give them what Kathleen Kennedy wants? Remember the other trilogy of books called Heir to the Empire where Luke, Leia, Han Solo, Chewbacca, and Lando Calrissian go up against Grand Admiral Thrawn? But that book totally doesn't exist because Kathleen Kennedy said there's no source material, comic books, or 800-page novels. Well, be excited for its replacement, Heir to the Empire. Because who needs Luke, Leia, Han Solo, Chewbacca, and Lando Calrissian when you can have Ahsoka Tano, a character that technically should be dead, Sabine Wren, Harrison Dula, and a whole host of new girl bosses. And I'm sure they'll be throwing in the token white dude who's totally not going to be the villain of the season. Coming this fall to D+, a streaming platform nobody actually watches.
Yes, yes.
Be amazed and excited to consume more content in 2024. Because you'll be force-fed the Accolade, created and produced by Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant, Leslie Headland. Because she loves all the Star Wars, just like how she loves force-feeding women onto Harvey Weinstein. Allegedly. Set expectations for low, because this will be taking place during the Let's Get High Republic, and it was pitched as Frozen with lightsabers. And I'm sure you'll be getting even more girl bosses.
Because I feel like Star Wars is very, like, patriarchal.
That's right. Because the Star Wars universe is a total sausage fest, and with absolutely zero women holding any kind of like prominent position or role. You know, people like Princess Leia or Mon Mothma, nope, complete figments of our imagination apparently. And you know the best thing about Star Wars is the moral ambiguity that comes along with it, right? There's no good or evil. There's just sides in Star Wars, right? Just sides. Nope, totally not evil at all, because Alderaan had it coming. They were a peaceful planet with no weapons after all. Jesus Christ, this is why we had the Second Coming to a theater near you, James Mangold's Dawn of the Jedi, which was also totally not based off of a book or a comic book series because they didn't exist. But you never know with Kathleen Kennedy's fickleness, this movie might get shit-canned as well. After all, we're still waiting on that Rian Johnson trilogy, or that Obi-Wan Kenobi film trilogy, or the Dave Benioff and D.B. Weiss Star Wars movie, Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron, or James Mangold's Boba Fett movie. Whoa, buddy, you're screwed. But if this movie does magically manifest, I'm sure it'll be filled with girl bosses. Because you know, gender swapping only goes one way. But why go and create your own new and engaging stories like Disney said they were planning on doing? After all, that's the reason why Disney went and dumped the EU from canon. Instead, they simply just keep going back to the EU, mining it for better material written by more competent people. Because after all, the Star Wars Storyteller Group is filled with a bunch of retards with pens and no talent. That's right, everybody. Star Wars is saved. Because God forbid Disney go and demonstrate any ounce of self-awareness and reassess the failures of the previous projects. But instead, they decide they're going to go and double down by jerking off the ego of one female executive. Disney Star Wars is saved.